What's up, observers? Hope you're ready for another fantastic podcast.
It's a special podcast today. It's Stan's birthday.
Yeah,
it's
at first
my
I was
birthday.
like, why? I thought last week's podcast was special.
Well, two special podcasts in a row. What do you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is
Pretty
bound to
soon.
be the greatest show we've ever done, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Stan.
It's my day.
Yes, Stan's day. He gets first pick in the draft, so which he was going to anyway. But you know, what a birthday present.
Yeah.
So
Bring it on.
yeah.
And
And we've got a special segment planned, if you want to call it a segment. Really just a way for John and I to test how well we really know Stan. And
how well you guys think you know Stan?
Yeah.
After, we've been doing this, for 2 months now?
Oh, so good.
Or actually, I think we're up to almost 3 months. Or
we're over 3 months.
oh, time flies when you're having fun.
You know, and we're on episode 14, John.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Make sure to go follow us on social media. Twitter at Party Observers. Facebook at Third Party Observers. Instagram, YouTube at Third Party Observers as well. So we posted a YouTube video separate from the podcast last
we
week.
did.
Played a small game of Feely Cup, as made famous on New Girl.
It's a good time.
And Stan won. Stan, I think you've won a lot of the games that we've
Yeah.
played.
Well-
I'm better at the games than I am at the
drafts.
Yeah.
But you won your draft.
I
You-
won the draft
Yeah.
on the video games.
draft.
With a
Which,
late
Comeback.
Surge.
comeback.
The video game one was such a fun draft.
Yeah. What a great
It
draft.
was, just a walk down memory lane.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I just open it up, guys. We are in the best, maybe arguably the best time of the year.
I mean,
March Madness is happening
it's
right now.
March or October, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Either one.
it's just because and then if the Masters was in March,
Oh,
it would be hard to beat it.
yeah, but you don't even like golf that much.
No, but the
I love
Masters is fun to
I love
watch.
the Masters. I skip class. I skip work. Well, actually, I don't skip work anymore, but I did skip class every year to watch the Masters. It's just that good.
Yeah, I mean, and March is great, but it's also unfortunate because we are about to be at the point where sports just suck.
Yeah, looking at you, baseball. But it is great weather. I mean, you're able to play sports now. Like
Yeah.
we just finished playing volleyball for the first time this year.
That's right.
Beautiful outside. So maybe go listen to this outside while you're maybe
Enjoying a
Getting some
nice
sun.
beverage,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
playing some spike ball.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're an idiot running, I don't know.
We don't have
Why
any
you
runners
knocking
listening.
Runners, John?
It's because it's the worst.
Yeah. For all of you who don't live in Oklahoma, I hope your weather is great too.
Yeah.
But we enjoy the month or two out of the year that we have good weather,
Yeah,
and then it's miserable.
where it's not like crazy icy cold outside,
Crazy
or
cold or
1,000
crazy
degrees.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's about 3 months of perfect and 9 months of
Hell.
awful.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to our first segment of the show. Ask some good questions. First question, what is something on your bucket list?
Something on mine is I want to become a regular at like either a restaurant or like a shop or something where like I walk
This
in.
is your bucket list?
It's just something on it. It's not my whole list,
Okay.
but it's my list. So shut up. Like, don't give me shit on this. Like, this is my list. Like, I want to.
John, your list sucks.
Yeah. Well, maybe to you, maybe yours sucks.
All right, let me hear it.
Anyways, I want to walk in and I want them to know my name. I want them to know what I'm going to order.
You want a table. You want to have a designated table, like at a diner or something. My grandpa had this.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, I mean, so when he lived in Eufaula, there was a diner that he would go to almost every morning for breakfast, and they would, a lot of times, I think he ordered like a poached egg every time, and because old people, they like barely eat anything, and they would have it just ready there for him, like the same time,
Yeah.
every day.
That'd be amazing. Right now, I'm trying to do it. I'm going to like Brown's Donut Shop on my way back from work, I'm
You're
just
hoping to
kidding.
be a regular at the donut shop.
Well, and maybe that's not like
has
maybe
some consequences, John.
It does have consequences. But I just get a jalapeno cheese sausage roll.
At least not a donut.
they
You've been doing that every day?
No, I only go on Thursdays after I've finished with my work week. I've been reward myself.
Treat yourself.
I reward
Treat
myself.
yourself.
And but I want them like on Thursdays. I want them to just hey John, here you go. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, mine is visiting every national park
Yeah.
or U.S. national park.
You've already got a pretty good jump start on that.
No, I don't.
There's so many
You've been-
parks.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot, but you've been to
I
several.
think
and-
I've been to 5, and
You've only been to 5?
well, let's see, the main 3 in Utah that I went to, and then
yeah, we should have. And when we went to Utah, we probably should have hit all of the ones because they're in a loop. We just didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
or did we hit 3?
we did Bryce
we did
Canyon,
3 in Utah.
Zion, Grand Canyon. We stopped by.
That's in
not
Arizona,
Utah.
but yeah,
And then
Arches.
Arches. Okay,
We didn't go to
4 on that
Badlands
trip,
or Canyon.
and
Land.
then Maine, and then Smokies in Tennessee. So 6.
Okay.
This many.
There you go.
Yeah, I've also been to 6.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them we've been
Well,
together.
yeah, the only one I haven't been to the Smokies, but I have been to Rainier.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to cross another one off
Sweet.
this year.
Cool.
Stan, you got anything?
So I was thinking about it. I've always wanted to build my own house and build it the exact way that I want it. Because I've lived in a bunch of different rentals and apartments and whatever else. And there's always just a few little things that just get on your nerves. They don't line up the way you want it. And I think I'm not at the point where I like know exactly everything yet. Like I want to live in more different places and maybe buy a couple houses and be like, okay, this is a good list. And then I want to build a house with all of the awesome things that I liked from previous houses and just make it how I want it. I think that'd be really cool.
So you want to design your own house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't necessarily need to do the construction
Okay.
myself.
I was
Contract
like,
that out.
I was like, I mean, that's pretty cool, but there's no way that I
I
can
mean,
do
I
that.
I'll build it with my own two
I wouldn't
hands.
put it past Stan to like
Yeah.
start building his own house. It seems like something Stan would
I mean,
do.
I could do it. I just don't have time.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I was going to do it, it'd be a log cabin, and it would be worse than what log cabins are.
It'd be so leaky.
It would end up being a lean-to. All right, if all jobs paid the same, what would you do?
I'd probably be an art critic. Could you imagine? They're
so bad
so
at it.
pretentious. They're just so pretentious. They just
Man.
make stuff up.
Yeah.
I can make stuff up. In fact, when Tulsa Art Crawl, that's what Austin and I do when we
Yeah.
go to First Friday.
Go make fun of it.
Well, we used to do.
Yeah, well, it hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah.
Thanks COVID. But when it does and we go to it, yeah, we would just go and make our own commentary on it. And
Still do it anytime I see
yeah,
art.
That's awesome.
Stan?
I think I would be a really bad psychic. Because if I was a really bad psychic, then nobody would come to my shop and I could just do whatever I wanted. Really, I just want to not have to deal with people all the time. That would be...
well,
That
I
would
mean,
be
there's so
great.
many other jobs you could choose.
Yeah.
You
I
could be a
just think
park
it'd
ranger.
I think it'd be fun to pretend to be a psychic. And I could just
Park ranger
give
would be
people
fun.
bad advice. Tell them their life is doomed.
Yeah, I think kind of similar to John's. I think I would either be like a food blogger or a travel blogger. If I could just get paid to
Yeah, that'd
do
be-
that, that'd
Yeah.
be the dream. I mean,
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
getting paid to eat would be
Oh,
that
man.
would be so nice.
What a
man.
life! What a life!
And
That'd
that
be
would be
fantastic.
just as dangerous as John going to the donut shop every day.
Well, I don't go every day, so it's okay.
All right, what celebrity would you want to be your BFF?
Chris Pratt.
That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. He's so funny. I like watching his bloopers just
Yeah.
as much as I like
Yeah, he's
watching
pretty
his.
good.
He's
so
pretty.
funny.
He's pretty good. I would take America's unofficial sweetheart, Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was rolling around in my
Yep.
head.
He's so funny. I know he's old enough to be my dad, but I don't care. I think
don't
I'd
matter.
love to hang out with Paul
Yeah.
Rudd. He seems so funny. He's just like your average guy. He seems like in all of his interviews, he's just an average guy, but he's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan Reynolds would be fun too.
Yeah.
Or maybe Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
But Paul Rudd was kind of the first. But I like
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's too.
Yeah.
Maybe Offerman.
Nick
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. Yeah, I wanted to say Ron. I was like,
Ron
Ron
Swanson.
Go
yeah,
learn how to
That'd be fun.
do some woodworking.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he probably has a lot of stuff to teach you.
Drink some Lagavulin whiskey.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever had that?
No, I haven't.
My brother bought it one time in Perkins,
Uh-huh.
and I was over and he gave it to me. It's good.
Let's
It
check it
is
out.
not cheap,
Yeah, I imagine it's not.
but
Is it cheaper than the whiskey that Stan tried to buy in Maine? It turned out to be the wrong whiskey.
Oh, I was so pissed. I spent so much. I spent like $60 on like a quarter of this bottle because I thought it was. Well, she told me the wrong. I asked her if it was this whiskey, and she said yes.
Wasn't it?
It
Weller
was
12?
not. I asked if it was Weller 12, and she said yes. And then when I got it and took it back home, I looked at the label. It was Weller Special Reserve, which is like the next tier down. Not like I
That's
can
like-
get a full bottle right now for $30 at the
Yeah.
liquor store.
Yeah, it was so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So
that was-
upsetting.
It was so funny.
Hey, at least you didn't have to buy the whole bottle there for because you tried to buy their extra bottle or whatever, didn't you?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
She didn't want me to buy that one, or the owner didn't want me to buy it
Yeah.
because he could never get a hold of it.
Which has got to be a lie.
Yeah.
But
Well-
but if she had asked him
If it was Weller 12.
then I understand.
Yeah.
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 But
That was a funny one.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Pissed. Spent so much money on that.
All right. This is a pretty good question here. Who do you think will have seen more crazy things in their lifetime, you or your grandparents?
I think it's gotta be my grandparents. Like, granted, they're not here anymore, but they were they were born in like the 1915, and so like they're seeing
Your grandparents were born in 1915?
they were early, like
Because your parents are old.
yeah. So like, and my grandparents died when they were like 98 or whatever. So I mean, they were really old. And so it's gotta have been them. Like from like horses and stuff all the way to like planes and cars
Yeah,
and
that's
then like
crazy.
computers and going to the moon. Like, we're not gonna see anything like what are we gonna see? Like maybe something like iRobot where there's like robot servants all around or something. Like what are we seeing? I don't know.
They all revolt.
I don't know. I think it'll end up being us. Just, I mean, think about in the last...
Well, think about the pandemic and everything that's happened.
Yeah, but
Granted,
they
saw a
saw that
pandemic,
too,
too.
and theirs
well,
was
and
way
they also
worse.
saw like World War One or World War Two and
Vietnam,
Yeah.
Korean War. Like,
uh-huh.
I mean, granted, we've seen War
Great
II,
Depression.
but yeah, I think it's got to be our grandparents.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we saw the first black president.
true.
That's yeah.
I mean, but my grandparents are still alive. They saw that too.
Oh. All right, fine. Well,
It just depends on what we think is going to happen in the future,
Yeah.
right? Like, is more going to
We're
happen?
going to see
in the future
every
than what
kind of
we've already seen?
president.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, diversity, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. The way the world's going, I think we could maybe see some crazier
Yeah,
things.
yeah. It just kind of depends on how your outlook on the future.
I
is.
mean,
Doom and gloom.
well, I mean, your grandparents are alive, but like John's aren't. We'll use John's as
All right.
grandparents for
That timeline.
they didn't see people raid the Capitol.
True. Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
They saw demonstrations at the Capitol, and they saw the civil rights movement and all that
Right.
stuff. But
I mean, I'm not trying to take away. We've seen some crazy
Yeah.
stuff,
yeah.
but I just think like what they've seen, the world's changed so much.
yeah,
Yeah, and you make a good point with like technological advances and vehicles and things like that. That's
And then
to
they-
go from nothing to what we have now is
Yeah,
insane.
And then they lived through the segregation and stuff, and
that's weird to think
Yeah.
about that happened in like current people who are alive's lifetimes.
Yeah.
It just seems so old and antiquated.
yeah. I mean,
well, it was only like 40 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
segregation.
Well, no, when it kind of stopped, it was stopped in the 60s, right, or
Well,
70s? I don't know.
I mean, 40 years
60s
ago was the 80s.
okay, so
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Is thinking about. I mean, the 80s seems like it should be so, or like not very long ago,
yeah.
and
It's longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that it's 2020.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I just had a realization
2021.
of my age, and I was the other day. I was like, oh no.
Speaking of age, I think it's
Just a
time
number.
for us to go into the special quiz, the
Yeah.
birthday quiz,
Yeah.
to see how well we know Stanley Yelnats.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start this one off.
Now, Stan, who do you think is gonna know you better?
And
And
I don't know.
can
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think
To toss up?
John might, but I don't. I really don't know because
Yeah.
some of these are kind of hard. We'll see. We're
Okay.
gonna find out.
if we get all of them right, is that kind of creepy and weird, or is it just we're really good friends?
I think it's just we hang out all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get them all right.
We'll see.
This
Bring it.
first one has a prize if you get it right.
Okay.
What is my favorite candy bar? And you can guess.
Is it
Your
a Reese's?
prize would be.
Is it's gonna be
the
like
candy
a
bar.
Reese's egg?
Is that your final answer?
Well, my answer is just a Reese's.
Like I'm saying holiday Reese's.
You're both wrong.
Oh, what is it?
Oh.
Toddler Own.
What?
Those are pretty good.
They're very good. I might
the
let-
hell
let-
is that?
I might let you have some anyway.
A
You've
what?
never heard of a Toblerone?
A Toddler Own.
They have like caramel and
That's
right?
a made-up candy.
They come in like these little triangle pieces, and it's.
They've got toffee.
Is it nougat or
I think they have
it's got
toffee,
honey in it?
Yeah, they're pretty
It's
good.
milk chocolate. They're
What a
really
weird way
good.
to have to break that off. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
it's so you don't eat it
Well,
all. in
they're
one
like-
bit.
like in a bunch of pieces like
Yeah,
that.
it's a party candy bar.
Party candy bar.
It's
yeah.
a weird-shaped crunch bar. That's what it looks
They are
like.
very good, in my humble but correct opinion.
It seems like it's weird.
Just pop it in there.
Yeah, great.
Comment on social media if you guys have had Toblerone before, and if you haven't, you should try it. It's great.
It's a surprise to be your favorite, but
It's something I don't think about it often because it's not one of like the more common candy bars.
Right.
But when I do have it, it's like, oh, yeah, this is really good.
It is pretty good, but it's got honey and almond
Yeah.
in it.
Mm-hmm. Hope you're not allergic to nuts.
yeah,
For a funny podcast.
panic move. We gotta get him to the hospital now.
How long you gonna last?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
man,
Well,
that's
0 for
funny.
1.
Yep.
Okay.
Never would have guessed that in a million years because I didn't
Was
know
that
it was candy.
was that supposed to be a softball? Because it was not.
No, I didn't think you would actually get that one.
Okay.
I thought John and I might have had a conversation about that before, but I don't remember.
Who knows?
Anyway, next question is, what did I get my minor in at college?
Oh, marketing.
Do we want to have like a 1, 2, 3 and you both answer at the same time?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, I know your major was entrepreneurship.
Yeah, business.
Yeah, I'll go marketing as well.
It was.
Nice. I feel like Austin just caught me. He didn't know it. Maybe we should do the 1, 2, 3.
I didn't super know it. I knew your major was entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Counts for something.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did Kenny Bar College. How about my middle name?
David.
Yeah. David.
Correct. Nice. You guys are doing pretty good.
We're geniuses when it comes to Stan. We're geniuses. We're Stan geniuses.
Well, that's I don't think I like that. What city was I born in?
Ah, dang it. Because it was like Kenya, right?
Nairobi.
Ooh, Nairobi. Yeah.
Nairobi.
Yeah.
Nairobi.
How'd you know that? Is that the only
It's
city?
the only city in Kenya I know.
Yeah, that's the only one.
It's the capital,
It's the capital,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
And I
I'm
nailed
surprised
that
you got that one.
pronunciation.
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
It's Nairobi, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got him there.
Yeah, you got me there. It's a word I've never heard pronounced before, but I've seen it.
That's really. I've read it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is my last one. It'll go kind of quick. What is my favorite type of food? And when I say type of food, I mean like Mexican, Italian, American.
I know you like steak a lot.
Kenyan.
I don't want to go there.
Nice juicy lion.
I'm gonna
Yummy.
go with.
I think it's Mexican.
I think it's Mexican too.
It is Mexican. I love Mexican food. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
They perfected it.
You can't go wrong.
We ate
and
it last
maybe
night.
it's
Yeah.
like Tex-Mex or whatever.
We also ate it for lunch.
I mean, I have Mexican at least twice a week most of the time in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yummy.
I
I love me some queso.
I had Taco Bell yesterday, which I
Yeah.
know that it's very Tex-Mex and not really Mexican at all. But it's been a while. Got one of those $5 boxes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
Gotta-
got to build your own.
No, it had a chalupa and a 5-layer burrito,
Nice.
and chips and your favorite cancer cheese.
Ooh, I do love that cheese.
And it was good.
Yeah.
So yummy.
Yeah.
All right, those are my questions.
All
Good
right.
job,
Well,
guys.
we got
You did pretty
them
good.
all except for
candy bar.
the made up candy bar.
Yeah. I feel good about myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that brings us. I mean, and if we're talking, what is your favorite candy bar if it's not that? I guess what's your second favorite?
Reese's. So
Okay,
you
we were close.
I feel like we win.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Well, that brings us to the draft, and today's draft is something I don't think we've done in a while. I mean, we tend to do it about once a month, but it's time for another Fight Club.
Fight Club.
So this is a fight between the three of us, fight to the death, and today we are fighting in your standard office building. So
What an exciting battle.
Well, it's just like, for our listeners, like, if you ever get in a fight, like,
You got to be resourceful.
yeah. You're in where do you spend most of your time? The
office.
office.
Yeah.
So
this is your standard office building. Think Dunder Mifflin. And we will be drafting things that you commonly find in the office as your weapons or defense.
yeah.
So,
Question.
Yeah.
I carry things on my person. Can we use
No, you
pocket
can't.
knives?
No.
I've always got a pocket knife on me.
No.
Nah.
No.
Ah.
No.
No.
I wanna.
Well, you can't.
Bad. The rules say no.
Overruled. Okay.
But it is your birthday, so you get the first pick.
Yeah. I say that. I don't know what I'm gonna go with.
Well, let me tell you, I still only have 3 things on my list.
It's going to be a shoot from the hip kind of draft.
Oh, that's hilarious. I guess I've got to go with scissors. I'm going to go with scissors.
Okay.
You can cut things. You can stab things.
Yep.
You can get some stuff done with scissors.
Okay.
Yeah, and scissors are good, but I don't think they are the sharpest thing you can find in your office.
Not the sharpest thing in the tool shed.
Not the sharpest thing in the tool shed. And also, I'm going letter opener. I think letter opener.
Letter opener?
Yeah, like the long-handled one with the little
Yeah,
blade.
Those are dull. They're not
But they're
sharp.
pointy.
They're pointy.
So are scissors.
Listen, I prefer scissors. I would say scissors over the other
Scissors,
one,
dual
but-
purpose.
Okay.
See, I think as soon as you open the scissors, if you open them, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're going to cut your finger off.
You just stick one
Has
of the
he
fingers
has
in
he
the
never
hole,
used
and then it
scissors
won't slide.
before?
No, because as soon as you open them, you gotta grip the center of them. Because I don't
Why are you
think
holding
I
it
think
open?
I think the end of the scissors is just as dull as
Listen,
the end of the.
There's some strategy that hadn't come out yet, and we'll get there in a minute.
Okay,
Gotcha.
well-
Gotcha.
What I'm taking, I'm gonna take a broom.
No! Oh, I just hosed myself.
Oh, loser.
No.
A broom. Okay.
Yeah, so you
I'm
got the
guessing
broom
No,
this-
there's ways
handle.
around it. I can still do it.
You got broom handle and stuff. Give me range over the. It's not stabby, but I can whack you really hard with
Yeah.
it. Next, well, you know what? I am gonna make it stabby. I'm going to the kitchen and I'm grabbing the knife out of the kitchen. Like,
Well, that's a kitchen, not the office.
yeah. Does your office not have like a lunchroom kitchen?
I mean, it does.
I feel like every office has lunchroom kitchens.
Mine doesn't have a sharp knife though.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't trust us with sharp knives.
oh. Well, ours does.
I mean, well, granted, my building has a culinary center in it, so that part has a kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know about giving them a knife.
Yeah. You wouldn't let me have my pocket knife?
Fine. I'm breaking into the maintenance and I'm grabbing a screwdriver.
Okay,
That's
that's
fair.
fine. I'll give you a screwdriver.
Okay.
You can have it.
I guess a box knife would probably be relevant, but I don't know. There's box knives all over the food bank, so
Yeah, well,
we have a lot of boxes.
We have them too because we do a lot of shipping and receiving.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is they've got a little blade on them and they're going to break off and they're really fragile. If you do
You
any
just
like stabbing, you'd have to
bring
be
more
like
blade
more
out.
Yeah.
cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't drafted, so now if you draft it, you're a dummy.
Yeah.
You idiot.
After you just shat all over
Yeah.
it.
Well, I
Okay.
wasn't planning on it, so
So
I don't need it.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna draft a coffee carafe. The,
What?
Like that
Coffee
thing.
pot?
Like the coffee pot. That's
Why
called
don't you just call it a
carafe.
coffee pot?
Well, because
Is that what it's called?
called a
I
pot.
don't want the whole thing. I just want the
Yeah.
carafe.
You want the pot. not the maker. You don't want the coffee maker. You want the pot.
Why are you trying to be fancy and call it a carafe?
Well, that's what it's called.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think you're just making it up.
I think you're making it up too.
And then I'll fill it up with hot water, and then I'll splash hot water on you guys too.
Well, but that's
you haven't drafted hot water.
That's another thing.
You don't have to draft.
You
hot
have
water.
to draft hot water.
No, you don't.
Oh, you absolutely
Hot
do.
water is prevalent.
No, it isn't.
You got to sit there for 20 minutes and let the
20
water get
minutes?
hot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to draft hot water.
Even then, I've got a
he,
glass jar. I'm busting over your head.
how hot does water from the faucet really get? I guess it depends on your water heater.
Well,
I guess
I'm
I
just
don't
You'd
really
run
have
it through the coffee.
pot.
I don't really have
Yeah.
a problem with hot water. You can have hot water.
And then it's gonna burn you.
I'll still defeat
Have you ever spilled coffee on yourself?
Yes, it's not pleasant. Most of the time, I
Think
spill
of
it.
that.
I spill it in my crotch area, and that's why it's very unpleasant.
All right. This draft is going terrible.
It's
Yeah.
oh man. Okay, so I got back to back, right?
yeah.
Here comes the strategy. I am taking a
A
mop.
broom.
No mop. I need the wooden handle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna break it over my leg at the end, and just have the handle with no. I don't need the mop on the end of it. And then the next thing I'm drafting is duct tape, and I'm gonna break my scissors in half. And I'm gonna put one end of the scissor on the end of my mop, and then I'm gonna have a stabby spear, and then I'm gonna have a handheld scissor for short range engagements, so I can stab you from long range, and I can stab you from short range.
But you're very stabby.
Very stabby. All right. I hate this draft. I'm gonna come in last place.
Don't say that yet because my 2 picks coming up.
Oh, this
All
is
right.
great! I love this draft.
All right. So I've got a letter opener and a coffee thing.
The whole little
Coffee pot.
and a meringue. What'd you call it?
A carafe?
Carafe.
Meringue. He got some egg
Lemon
white,
meringue.
whipped up egg white. Ah!
Like, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Jesus,
I'm gonna get you.
been poisoned.
All right. So what do I want to do? You know what? I am going to take the water jug, like the big water jug from the water cooler.
That's how he's going to get his hot water.
Yeah.
What
no.
are you
I'm not worried
water
about coming
jug?
in last
the
anymore.
the big thing.
Do you know how heavy those are?
Not that heavy for someone who can lift 20 pounds.
I think they're heavier than. I think they're
No,
like.
they're not.
They're like 40 pounds.
No.
25 pounds.
Because it's like 8 gallons.
I can lift
1
it
gallon
easily.
of water weighs 6.6 pounds.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure those jugs are like 8 gallons.
I can lift them.
What's
I've
it-
lifted
I
them
I know
before.
that. I know. I lift them too.
And I can. So I'll throw them at you.
You're throwing them? That's,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's your
dodge it
strategy?
so easy.
I'll throw. I'll
It's
throw
gonna be like
them.
it's gonna be like Donkey Kong. He's like, ha!
That's exactly what I'm picturing in my head.
It's gonna roll and you
Yeah.
gotta jump over it.
No.
That's
and
so
then when
funny.
you get close,
I'll climb down the
swing
ladder
it.
so fast.
I'll swing it. John's not very agile, so
Boss, I'm more agile than you think.
That's so funny.
I've been hiding it all these
You've
years.
been hiding it.
Okay, well, you've messed up, and you are should definitely come in last.
Yeah, probably.
I am gonna take a fire extinguisher.
Oh, I had that one on mine. I thought about that.
Not only can I hit you with it, but I can also spray whatever is in there in your eyes and blind you. My next thing is, you know what? I don't know how long this fight is gonna be lasting. I need my energy. I'm raiding the fridge, and I'm taking the lunch. I'm taking people's lunch,
Take everybody's lunches.
and I will be energized for this fight.
Oh my god.
So John's draft is a broom, a screwdriver, a fire extinguisher, and lunch.
Lunch. He really said lunch.
So you guys are gonna run out of energy, not me.
No, I'm just gonna kill you in 10 minutes.
John's just gonna hide in the air ducts with his
He's
lunch.
gonna wait us out.
Yeah, is he back up? They're
Lock
gonna,
all
they're
the
gonna get
doors.
hungry.
Throw away the key. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Well, this draft has just been terrible for me the whole time. But I mean, now I've got to. I won't get thirsty, I guess. I don't have any idea what I want. I've got things on my list. I'm like, is that even useful?
I have nothing on my left on my list.
Well, you're done. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
done. The lunch thing was kind of just that was my fourth shoot from the hip.
I'm surprised you didn't say pull the eggs out of the fridge and throw eggs out.
Who has raw eggs in their work fridge?
I mean, I do.
Oh,
Some people
gross.
come in and cook breakfast.
Never done it.
Yeah, never. Done
Okay. I am going to take a page out of Jason Bourne's handbook,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take a fountain pen.
Fountain pen?
Yeah, those are the ones with like the real like sharp, like the old school ends.
But they break easily.
Well, they're gonna break off in your neck. So
I like
Stab.
my chances.
I'll stab you with my spear before you get
I've
to
been
me.
watching a lot of the Bourne series, so
It's a great series.
I've picked up on some moves, and I know
You're basically a pro.
yeah, and
Basically, Jason Bourne 2.0.
yeah, he took someone out with a pin, so
Listen,
I can do the same thing. I
Yeah.
saw it on a movie.
I believe that he could do it. I do not think you can do it.
No, I can do it. Give me a pin, I'll stab you right now.
I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got my half scissors, one on a spear, one in my hand. I've got duct tape holding all that together, and then my last item is going to be multi-purpose. It's an extension cord.
Oh,
Ooh, that is
I
a
can
good
use
one.
it either to lasso you and tie you up, and then stab you with my scissors,
or you can use it to plug in some lamps.
or along those lines.
I don't think you
I'm
could,
gonna.
I don't think you could
I'm gonna
lasso
put
us
some,
at all.
I'm gonna put some water on the ground,
You
and when
didn't
you
draft
guys,
water.
No, I don't have to.
No, yeah, I've put the water. Don't worry, I've supplied it.
Yeah, Austin supplied it. So I'm gonna cut off one end of the extension cord, and I'm gonna put it in the water. And then when you guys walk in the water, I'm gonna plug it in, and I'm gonna kill you
I will not
by
walk in
electrocution.
water.
You won't know it's coming.
I will see the water on the ground, and I will. Ooh, no, that
I'm
Stans
putting
told me.
I put water on the entire ground.
Also, I don't think that's gonna work because my shoes have rubber on the bottom of them.
You didn't draft shoes.
Yeah, but I'm just weird. Like I don't go to the office barefoot.
You don't go to the office barefoot?
All right, so
man.
Stan, you
Death
ended
by
with
electrocution and
scissors, a mop, a duct tape, and extension cord. This is
If someone doesn't listen to this segment and vote, like mine doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean,
Yeah, none of them do.
yeah. Well, and John's just lunch is. I think people might vote for John
Just 'cause it's
strictly
funny.
because he's just like, oh, yeah, you know.
Listen, it's a strategy. It's a long game. I don't know how long this fight's gonna last.
Yeah, maybe the lunch is fish and he'll microwave it, and then we'll just quit because of the terrible smell that's there.
Yeah. Listen, if anyone's bringing fish to your office, just side note, that's a unwritten rule. You don't bring
No fish.
fish to the office because reheating it is awful.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad the first time.
No, it's not bad the first time, but you know what? That's probably grounds for
What
immediately
about-
firing someone.
Well, tuna salad's pretty smelly too, but you don't heat it up. But
You don't,
yeah.
yeah. Also,
Nah.
tuna salad's not
Nah.
very good.
I like me some tuna salad.
Did you guys have anything else on your? Okay, here's the other things I had on my list. I had tacks. I thought about. I was just gonna throw them on the ground.
Oh, then I stick in the bottom of my shoes.
Yeah, I was like, and I had a ream of paper
Yeah.
because I feel like that could do some damage and also block things. But then I didn't do it. And I had a 3-hole puncher, like the metal ones. I feel like that'd be a
Club.
good
Beat people with it.
club. And then my last thing that I didn't draft was a paper cutter. Like
I
the-
thought about that too. Yeah.
But then I thought it's really only effective if you can get the thing.
well, yeah, you
off
break
of
the
there.
arm off, and then you can like slice people. With
I don't think it's easily broken off.
You'd need
Well,
to draft
I
a
mean, it's like a-
screwdriver so you could. so you
Oh,
could.
John already got it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I
No,
didn't go
I was just kind of being funny, but I put radon, the silent killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing along those lines. Asbestos. I could make you eat asbestos or lead paint.
You can't make me do anything.
I can make you do whatever I want because I got my stabby scissors. I thought about doing like a paper armor because if you guys have ever seen like with
Yeah,
enough paper
like
you
with-
can like stop a bullet, but if
Right.
you're just doing like blunt objects or scissors or fountain pens and you have a thick enough paper, I just didn't know how to affix it to my body. I guess I could have used the duct tape. Anyway, that was one thought I had. What else? Staple gun. I staple you.
So you guys
See, I didn't
had a
think-
lot of other things. I had nothing on left.
Well, you mean a stapler, not a staple gun.
Yeah.
And
Still wouldn't feel good, but that's why I didn't pick it. 'Cause
yeah,
it wouldn't really
'cause,
do
like,
much.
Ow, a staple.
Ow! Oh no! I've been stapled.
Yeah. Staple you to the wall. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
a draft.
What a draft! I liked that one. That was fun.
also kind of thought about getting one of the industrial copier and just like rolling it around.
Wait until someone's at the bottom of the stairs and just take them out.
But I don't know. I guess as I got in, I was like, "This is terrible."
Yeah. I guess something I just thought of. I should have drafted a rolly chair. Then I could have just outrun all of you with my fire extinguisher, and then I would just use it to guide me.
Those don't actually propel.
It's not a cartoon, John.
Listen, I've seen it on TV.
It must be true.
If you sit on a chair and do a fire, maybe you'll go a few inches.
No, you've got to go pretty far.
No, it's not. It's not propulsive like you think it is.
I don't know, man.
And if anything was going to happen, you would just end up going in circles and waste your fire extinguisher.
I didn't draft it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But I could have.
All right. I say we go ahead and end this while we're still ahead. Hopefully we still have listeners after this episode. But you can go and vote for who you think comes out of the office alive.
Yeah. Long game, John Lawler does.
Yeah, if it's over a lunch period, we know John's going to win because he's got the only lunch. So
if it's death by starvation, then yes, John wins.
Listen, I know how you guys get. Austin gets real hungry, and he shuts down.
I get angry. No. It will fuel me until I die.
Listen, I'll be actually fueled.
Yeah.
So
John gets sleepy though, and then he'd have to go to the bathroom right after he eats. So.
No, I could hold it.
Yeah.
I wait so long.
Yeah, I've seen the discipline you have with that.
Listen, it's because I have one readily available. If I'm gonna fight to the death, I'm not just gonna go poop. So it's fine.
That's right. All right. Well, let's end it. I keep floating the idea out there, but we're gonna actually end it.
Yeah.
So until next time, we'll be watching
later on.